My future employer is looking at this like... Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is my first story time ever, so we'll see how it goes, and it's a big one. It's a really big one. Oh my god. I have Andrea on the side with me because she was there for this story and she'll help me figure out if I've forgotten anything. You know, actually, I'm gonna expose so much that
don't matter. Like,
okay,
they know.
Guys, I don't know if I've just said this, but it's literally one of the biggest mistakes I've ever made, and you know, we've grown from them. We grow and we learn and we move, you know. I would also like to state that I was 18 at this point, so no illegal per se activity was going on. Okay, disclaimer's over. So it was in October or November of 2017. We used to have a 2-week half term in the first term of school. So I just come back from Nairobi to England, blah 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 blah, you guys know. Okay, if you're new to my channel, I was in boarding school. Yes, boarding school. Anyway, at this time of the year, we'd have school discos that, you know, would be the first weekend that we came back. So we'd go through our first week of school back, and then first weekend back, we have a school disco. And I can say this now that I'm out of that school, it was just a thing to drink for the discos. It was just a thing. Yeah, I can say that, yeah?
I don't know. Well, what they're gonna do to
well, literally. So yeah, it was tradition that we have a disco, and you know, some individuals would decide to drink for those discos. I was going through a lot. No, I'm not even gonna blame it on that, honestly. For whatever reason, I and a few friends decided to drink. It wasn't like a big deal. Like I said, it was kind of like a thing. So there was this place we would go in our town if we wanted to get away, relax, have a few glasses of wine, have a smoke if you smoke, have a pint. You get the idea. So we weren't really allowed to go to this place, but we did anyway. Oh my god, my mom is gonna watch this like, you little shit. Yeah, so on that day we had gone to this place. It was a Saturday, so we had school for half the day, and then the rest of the day we can do whatever you want. So after classes and stuff, we'd go into town, we'd chill. We went there for a bit. I had like, I didn't even have that much wine. I don't know, I had wine, and we passed by shops, got alcohol, because again, I was 18. This was legal. Didn't make it right, but it was legal. Bought the alcohol and brought it back onto school grounds for us to drink before the disco. Time passes, we were all getting ready for the disco, and we were in year 13, so that's upper 6th form, you know the vibes. So it was our last year of A-levels, but first term. Oh my god, it was our last year of A-levels.
Wow, mad.
Mad.
Wild.
We were all getting ready and we're like, it's time for shots. Now, we got vodka. There's a reason I can't drink vodka to this day, and this story is the reason. So we got vodka, Smirnoff if you want to be hella specific. It was like a 1/4 liter, so nothing much. It wasn't like a massive bottle. And yeah, we're all shotting. And it was a great time. But bear in mind, earlier in the day, we had been drinking as well. We had wine and stuff. So you get to the disco, everything's great. You know, we're having fun. To be honest, the discos were shit, so I don't know why I'm lying to you, but it was fun because I was drunk. So one of my friends at the time, in the middle of the disco, was like, "Oh sis, take me back to house. I want to drink some more," to our boarding house, because we were in the same boarding house. And I was like, I don't really want to. And she was like, "Oh, it's okay, I'll just say like I need my inhaler or whatever." I was like, yeah, alright, cool. So we went back to house and she had more drink, and she gave me some of her drink. Like, it was just like in a normal water bottle. She gave me some of her drink, and from there I couldn't tell you what happened. I literally couldn't tell you what happened. From there, I just like, RIP, I was done out here. Like, no, it was bad. So I didn't know it was bad at the time, because we went back to the disco and had fun. The disco shut. At this point, I am messed up. I somehow bypassed my house mistress, walk up the stairs to my room, everything's fine, and we're all standing in the corridor outside my room just chatting, and all of a sudden I just go and I hit the wall. Like, I just like lean against the wall like suddenly, and I just like slide down and pass out. yeah. So my friends around me are like, what the like what just happened? So they like get me up and everything. They take me to my room, and our rooms had sinks in them, so I start throwing up into my sink and it just would not stop. And it was at the time where my house mistress was doing the rounds to say goodnight and check if everyone was in their beds and safe. So she walks in and sees me throwing up into my sink, and my friend like rubbing my back and being like, holding my hand, being like, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. And she's like, what's wrong with Cami? Is she okay? I think her tummy's upset. That's what my friend said. She was like, I think her tummy's upset. And then she went down to make me like a cup of tea to help with the like
Vomiting.
yeah, thank you. And by the time she came back up, she found me still vomiting. So she's like, nah, this girl has had something to drink. And I was just like, at this point I wasn't like responsive. So she was like, okay, we have to get her to medical center. Luckily medical center was right next to our boarding house as well. And God, she like put one arm around her. So one arm was around my house mistress and the other arm was around my friend. And they literally just like carried me to medical center as I'm there just like dying.
Didn't know you were that bad.
It was that bad.
Fucking hell.
I passed out. So embarrassing. Oh my god. Yeah, so I was carried to medical center, and all I remember like flashes. I remember still vomiting, but at this point there was nothing left in my stomach. It was just like throwing up like bile. Guys, please drink responsibly. Please, please, please drink responsibly. You know, I went in there thinking, I'm Kenyan, I can handle my liquor. Like, I don't know, I thought I was. Anyway, I got carried to medical center, blah blah blah, throwing up bile, and they take my blood. So they have these like pricky thingies that they prick your finger with, you know, to test your blood for like, she said she was testing for like drugs. I don't even know how that works. Right, so they took my blood to see if I was like on drugs. Obviously I wasn't. I was just really drunk. And they put me in one of the beds upstairs, and I could just hear the nurses and my housemates just being like, Cami, what have you done? Blah blah blah, like really disappointed. Anyway, this is like the sad part. The next morning I wake up and I'm like, what? Why the frick am I in medical center? Like, what happened? And it dawned on me like, oh, okay. I got caught drinking last night. Great. I'm in so much trouble. So my house mistress comes in after I've had breakfast and everything, and she's like, right, what happened? We actually had like a good relationship, like me and her. This was literally the scariest part. Bear in mind, I'm still in medical center. I've just woken up, had my breakfast, and realized what had happened. I was like the last person she would ever expect this to like go down with, because I was like a goody two shoes in school. Obviously I wasn't, but to the teachers I was. I could just see the look of utter disappointment in her eyes. She was really surprised because she literally told me like, not you, Cami, like not you. I was like sobbing. I was like, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to, blah, blah. So embarrassing. And she basically explained to me like, listen, I know you're still a good person and everything, and you're at that age where we're bound to make mistakes. And she was like, I know like a few of the other girls in the house drink, smoke, I know what goes on, but you know, you weren't responsible enough with your alcohol, and you know, you ended up putting yourself in danger. She kept on saying like, the reason I'm in so much trouble besides bringing alcohol onto campus onto school grounds is the fact that I literally endangered myself whilst in school because I just overdid it. And I completely understood that I had broken the rules and the consequences were bound to happen. And when I woke up in the morning, I knew I was gonna get suspended. I was like, and all I could think of was my mom, my African Kenyan mother. So my house mistress begins to explain to me that, you know, it will be okay, blah blah blah, but I am suspended for a week. So I had to go to Leicester to stay with my family, who like I stay with like on some holidays and stuff. She explains to me that my mom has been informed and doesn't want to speak to me, but my auntie is happy for me to come back to Leicester and stay with her for the week. Shout out to my auntie and uncle and cousins. So I get to Leicester, And the first thing, I literally just opened the door and they all just start roasting me. My family are actually so out of pocket. Like every time I'd go to the fridge, you're like, oh, you sure you're not gonna have some alcohol? You sure you don't want Ciroc? Like literally I could have like anything and they'll be like, oh, watch out for this one, you know, she can be a bit but to be honest, it helped me get through it. Like they understood like I was just being a dumb teenager and it was like out of character, and they completely understood like it was just like one mistake I've made and that it didn't define me. So they literally, to this day, it's been like 2 years and they're still making fun of me to this day. But I appreciate them, I love them. Like if it weren't for those jokes, like I would have completely lost my head, because my mom wasn't talking to me at this point. Guys, I'm not even exaggerating. My mom didn't speak to me for 3 weeks. For 3 weeks. She couldn't even stand to look at my name on her phone. She's like, I'm not talking to her. And that was actually the hardest part of this whole story. I'm even getting a bit sad. Like knowing like I disappointed my mom, because like I said, I was a good kid. I've always been a good kid, and she was so shocked that it was me. She was like, no, there's no way, like there's a mistake, like no, Mukami, like no, I know my daughter. So it was like a shock, and I feel so bad because she's done a lot for me to come to this country and have an education, and here I am just drinking away. Like it's shit. But anyway, I learned my lesson. I came back to school a week later. By the way, whilst on suspension, my friends are so sweet. They started a hashtag. They were like, free Cami. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember
Oh, it was so funny. So came back to school. I had to have a meeting with the deputy headmistress, who was also like, Cami, you, like, why? And I was like, yeah, sorry miss. I like broke down into tears because the whole thing was just so intense. It was just so intense for no, it was just so intense.
That was scary.
Yeah, she was scary.
Me, I literally shut my pants every time I spoke to her.
Yeah,
I would shake.
but she was always nice to me. Like she low-key liked me, so it's fine. But she was just like, yeah, this obviously is so out of character, and I was gonna take away your prefectship from you, but I know that this isn't you, so you're still gonna be a prefect. And I was like, whoa, okay, I get to stand in chapel. Like no, but I actually really did appreciate that, because it meant that she knew that like I'm not really like a up, you know what I mean? Anyway, yeah, so I got back into school and eventually everything got back to normal. Obviously the first few days was really awkward because everyone was looking at me like, oh, did she just get suspended?
I feel like you feel like a bad bitch though when you get suspended.
Oh yeah, you know that first day you're walking through the halls and people look at you and I'm like, yeah,
I'm dangerous, don't even look at me.
You guys underestimated me.
Yeah.
Lol. It's really funny though, like I can laugh about it now, because then I really thought that it was like the end of the world. I had convinced myself I'm gonna die. My mom hates me, my teachers think I'm crazy, I'm gonna die. But it actually wasn't, and everyone was so chilled about it. And just drink responsibly. No one, it's a time to drink. School is not the place to drink. Yes, I'm looking at you guys, yeah, because it will just come back to bite you in the ass. Like, I just like to point out that we all make mistakes, we all do things that we regret, but you know, they make us who we are, and we learn and we grow. And that's what I've done. I've grown up. That was a freaking stupid, childish thing to do, and because of that I now know how to handle my liquor. Just pace yourself, guys, and don't be in a rush to like do anything stupid. And to my future employer, like, yeah, I know you've googled my name to see what I'm about. I know this video's popped up, but just like, did you not make mistakes when you were younger? Like, I know you did. It's so crazy because I don't think they put it on my record. And guys, I still got into a really good uni despite my suspension, so it's not the end of the world.
Being suspended, literally everyone got suspended.
I'm sure
I'm the only person.
I feel like, yeah, literally
So many people got suspended.
A lot of people in our year. Just
loads.
Anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the story of my big mistake. I hope you got a laugh out of it. I hope some of you related, because so many people have been through this. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.
Alicia.
Jenna, say bye. Bye.
Bye, guys. Thumbnail. Clickbait. Clickbait much.
What did I do? What? Like,
no, you give that. Bye.